Every year, 24 lakh students write NEET, but do you know how many will actually get MBBS seat through the All India Quota? Not 10 lakhs, not 5 lakhs, not even 1 lakh. Just 6,332 seats. Yes, out of 24 lakh students, only 6,332 get a government MBBS seat through AIQ. And here's the twist nobody talks about. Even though India now has 1,08,949 MBBS seats, the competition feels worse than ever. Why? Because the supply of seats increased, but the access did not. The distribution is broken, the opportunities are uneven. And unless you understand how these numbers actually work, you might be fighting the wrong battle altogether. So, today we are going to decode how many MBBS seats India really has, how many NEET students actually stand a chance, and why lakhs of aspirants keep getting pushed out of system every single year. And trust me, once you understand the math behind this, your entire perspective on NEET and MBBS admissions will change. Hi everyone, I am Sri Rohit. Welcome to Mentora. Here we decode medical education with clarity, truth, and data, not rumors and WhatsApp forwards. Because for lakhs of Indian families, MBBS is not just a degree, it's a dream that shapes their entire future. So if you want guidance that's real, practical, and student focused, hit subscribe. Because one right piece of information can save you one full year. The Health Minister of India recently revealed the exact number of seats available under All India Quota. And when you see this breakdown, you'll understand why competition feels impossible. Let's see MBBS seats under AIQ. First, AIQ, Government Colleges. Total government MBBS seats nationwide are 56,363. Seats under All India Quota, 6,332. Only 11% of all government seats are open to students across India. And that means even if you get a brilliant NEET score, your chance of getting a government MBBS seat through AIQ are lower than 0.03%. But the story doesn't end here. Now let's have a look at BDS seats under AIQ. Total government BDS seats are 3,745. Coming to AIQ seats, 403. So in simple words, for every one seat under AIQ, 300 plus students are competing. And yet every year, we hear the same question from lakhs of students. I scored well, why didn't I get a seat? The answer is painful but mathematical. The system simply doesn't have space. Let's see MD MS seats under AIQ. Total government PG seats are 14,381, AIQ seats are 6,310. So the MBBS bottleneck doesn't end at graduation, it follows you into PG admissions as well. Imagine, lakhs of students fight for thousands of MBBS seats, and then the same students fight again for even fewer PG seats. This is not a competition, it's a funnel designed to squeeze dreams. But why does this imbalance exist? Why does India have more medical aspirants than medical opportunities? To understand that, we need to explore the structural gap no one talks about. Here's the part nobody explains. Why are 24 lakh NEET aspirants fighting for just 6,332 AIQ MBBS seats? Is it because India lacks talent? No. Is it because India lacks students willing to work hard? Absolutely not. The real problem is structural, a gap created over decades. In 2014, India had around 51,000 MBBS seats. Today, that number has doubled to over 1,08,000. Sounds impressive, right? But here's the catch. NEET aspirants grew even faster, from 6 lakh to 24 lakh, 4 times growth in students, 2 times growth in seats. That means, mathematically, even if the government keeps adding new medical colleges, the competition gap is widening, not shrinking. For example, it's like building 10 more buses, but 200 more students show up every year. No matter how early you stand in the queue, you're still going to get pushed out. And for students from middle class families, this isn't just a seat. It's their identity, their future, their family's dream. But the structure of medical education hasn't kept pace. Government seats are limited, private seats are too expensive, and AIQ seats are almost impossible odds. If AIQ seats are so limited, does your future depend only on luck, or is there any other path students are already taking? To answer that, we need to look at something The government data doesn't show where students are going when India cannot observe them. So when AIQ gives you 6,332 seats and NEET gives you 24 lakh competitors, students don't stop dreaming. They simply look for another door. And that's why we are seeing the biggest medical exodus in India's history. Every year, over 70,000 Indian students leave the country to study MBBS in countries like Uzbekistan, Russia, Kazakhstan, and Europe. These aren't students who gave up. These are students who said, if India won't give me a seat, I will find one where I am valued. And here's what interesting. Most of these countries offer government medical seats, which means high quality training. But at 1/4 of the cost, private medical colleges in India. Why would a middle class family pay 1.2 crore for a private medical seat in India when they can get a government MBBS seat abroad for 20 to 25 lakhs in total? But with this opportunity comes danger. And this is where thousands of families making life-changing mistakes. Because the moment foreign MBBS becomes the only practical choice, fake consultancies, fake tie-ups and false promises explode. And suddenly, when a student who only wanted a seat ends up fighting scams, legal issues, visa problems, and universities they never even applied to. So yes, studying abroad is a solution, but only when it's done with clarity and verification. And this brings us to the real question. How do you protect yourself in a system where seats are scarce, costs are high, and frauds are increasing? Let's talk about hidden traps students fall into and how you can avoid becoming the next headline. Now, I could spend another 10 minutes explaining all the hidden traps students fall into. Fake affiliations, staged MOUs, NMC approved scams, last minute fee shocks. But honestly, we have already broken down every one of this in detail on this channel. If you are new here, go check those videos after this one. Because understanding these traps isn't optional anymore, it's survival. The short version is this: when Indian seats shrink, desperation grows. And whenever desperation grows, the traps multiply. And that's exactly why clarity matters more than ever. Because one wrong consultancy, one fake promise, one unverified tie-up can cost you not just money, but years of your life. So after all these numbers, the 1.09 lakh MBBS seats, the rising competition, the shrinking ratios, what does this actually mean for you? It means the dream of becoming a doctor in India is not impossible, but it is more competitive, more expensive, and more confusing than ever before. And when a system becomes complicated, students make rushed decisions. And that's when scams flourish. That's when a student who deserves a stethoscope ends up with regret. But here's the truth. Most people won't tell you, you don't lose because your system is tough. You lose because you weren't prepared for how tough it really is. Your advantage is not money, not coaching, not contacts. Your real advantage is clarity. Clarity about the process, clarity about the seat availability, clarity about safe pathways outside India, clarity about what NMC, FMGE, NEXT actually mean. And that clarity is exactly what we try to bring through Neo Mentora. So if you genuinely want to build your career on truth and not on tension, stay connected. Because awareness doesn't remove competition, it removes confusion. And in a field filled with uncertainty, clarity becomes your biggest protection. If this video brought even 1% more clarity to your medical journey, then imagine what we can build together with thousands of informed students. Your one click doesn't just support a channel, it strengthens a movement where students choose awareness over fear. So if you believe in this movement, subscribe. Let's make medical education safer, smarter, and more honest together. Stay aware, stay prepared. And remember, awareness isn't fear, it's protection. Jai Hind.